on her real life.
And we all want to watch it, don't we?
So what do you think is the reason that the press are so interested in Britney?
Britney Spears, when she first emerged onto the scene, nobody had seen anything like it. Not only was she really beautiful, but she obviously appealed to the younger audience, but then there were a lot of older fans that were generated. People were instantly fascinated with her life, particularly because it seemed to be kind of sweeter than sweet. It's too good to be true.
I remember even like right from the beginning, she was on the front covers of like all the magazines. How do you think that kind of helped her image?
Well, Britney Spears moved straight away from someone who was this young teeny pop star to somebody who everyone across the world over knew all about.
What do you think have been like her most memorable press stories and that kind of thing?
I think one of the things that people are fascinated about Britney are her relationships, which, you know, because that means we can all relate to her. Sometimes a girl just needs one. Firstly, when she was going out with Justin Timberlake, which was the best relationship ever, and I still wish they would get back together. I know. Then she made a few mistakes, so she got married to some guy that she apparently knew from school, Jason Alexander, and I remember coming into the office and everyone was talking about the story and it was just like, what? You don't imagine a celebrity doing that, just getting married on a whim. And then, obviously, when she went out with K-Fed, her dancer, and I think you've got a picture of it here, where she was on the beach with K-Fed. This was one of their first public outings together, and they look really happy.
It's so weird as well, because she's kind of like walking towards them all, and it's like, how can she just ignore them?
That just shows the extent of her stardom. You know, there'll be photographers that are on Britney Watch 24/7, and she
everywhere.
She has to get used to it, and that's you know. So you have to really feel for her. So she was with K-Fed, had 2 sons with him, and then when she split up with him, obviously that's when you know things started to go a bit out of control.
How much does it actually help your sales if she's on the front of your magazine?
Well, she sells quite a lot of magazines, put it that way. I mean, I think the problem is there's so many magazines out there that you need to have the right story, so it's not just a picture of Britney. But she is one of those sort of celebrities that she steps out of her door and something dramatic happens. You know, there's never a quiet week with Britney. Whether it's positive or negative, there's just always something going on.
I remember like the first time we got papped, and it was just, I was so excited at the time. I was like, oh my goodness, like there's a pap here.
Yeah, at first it's really exciting.
And then, and then it just...
And then they try and follow you home.
Yeah, I had one outside my house the other day. That was really weird.
She actually uses it to her advantage now, though, so she gets them to do little chores for her, so she will get them to go and buy her a coffee, because she probably can't go in herself.
We need some of those.
She got one to go and buy her some tampons once on the petrol station. So, yes, you know, if they're going to follow her around, she might as well use them.
Yeah, awesome.
Do you think, you know, all this that we've been talking about just proves that she is the world's greatest pop star?
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone to rival Britney at the moment in the stakes of world's greatest pop star. She should have that crown.
I think she definitely
totally agree. As we've just been discussing, obviously the press have played a massive part in Britney's life, and she tells us about it in her video for Piece of Me. So take a look at this.
Britney's life has always been scrutinised through the eye of a paparazzi lens, which is quite scary. I don't think it's been the best for her. I think...
No, I don't think so. I just think, wow, it's so much pressure.
Do you know what the worst thing is now? Is Twitter. Twitter is like the root of all evil. I love Twitter and I do Twitter, but they take quotes and turn them into stories.
It's like
in the
a
newspaper.
press dream now.
It's like,
they don't have to go fish for it.
I know.
It's there, and I think for someone like Britney, because she has grown up with it, she's probably learned to stop what she's saying, and I think that's probably why she's, you know, she's gone through the whole breakdown and stuff, because she's obviously been carved out in the public eye to this perfect
image
young girl when she was younger, and you know, people get older and they change. There's loads of people that get married and get divorced, and loads of like younger people that have kids.
When it's Britney.
Yeah, but because it's Britney, it's the end of the world, and I think that's what is hard for her.
We've been taking you through the life of Britney Spears and telling you why she deserves to sit at the top of the pop pile. Well, one reason for me anyway is because she's definitely the comeback queen. I mean, like, Womanizer, that song was just...
Oh, it was amazing.
Total comeback queen.
I just don't think you could ever really underestimate what Britney's going to do next.
That Womanizer, I just watched that video and I was like, Britney is back, and she's back like the old Britney.
She shocked everyone with this video, I think. I don't think, you know, there were loads of people saying, you know, they didn't know whether she was going to come back on top, and she's just proved everybody wrong, and that's what we all love about Britney.
A very strong woman as well in that, especially that secretary's outfit, and she's like telling the guy, you know, you're a womanizer, and you'd love to know who she's actually talking about as well.
She's doing now what she is the best at doing, and that's performing, and she's just great, and everyone's glad that she's come back on top.
She's heading that way now again, so keep going, Britney.
With her adoring fans and loyal fans backing her, there was never any doubt that Britney was going to make a massive, massive comeback. And, you know, in my opinion, in our eyes, she's like one of the world's greatest pop stars. But I think everyone loves her, and I know you love her majorly.
Yeah.
But I think it's because she's just normal. She just seems like a normal girl that you'd meet next door or something.
I think Britney's fans are so loyal because I think when she first came out, they were quite young, the fans, and they've grown up with her. And I think the music has that's grown up as well, don't you?
She.
I think fans have kind of helped the comeback in every way that they can. They're so devoted. And I think they're still there every time. Like, I know this time when she came over to London, there were so many fans waiting outside her hotel. And I remember, like, she posted on her Twitter, she was like, thank you so much to everybody for coming to see me. And I think it's just stuff like that, as well as...
She's just really well received, isn't she, wherever she goes?
I'm just the biggest Britney fan in the whole world, I think, aren't I?
I think so.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. When I first stayed at Molly's house, there was like a picture of Britney in the bathroom and a picture when I went to sleep of Britney.
That has gone now.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Oh,
the reason
sad.
it had to go up was because it was a favourite poster of mine and there wasn't room for it in the bedroom.
So she put it on the back door of the bathroom. And I went to sleep at night and Britney was watching me on the wall. I was like, night Molly, night Brit.
Okay, now I look really, really sad.
Yeah, but they were nice pictures.
They were, though, weren't they, to be fair?
I don't know about having them next to your bed nice, but they were definitely nice pictures.
Everyone's like, Molly, what would you say if you met her? And I was like, I don't know, I'd probably just be...
She'd be scared. She wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
You went to the circus tour for your birthday, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I went on my birthday with my family and it was so good. I couldn't wait to see her because she's obviously been through so much since we saw her last time.
And it was like the comeback.
The comeback,
Is she going to be good? Is she not going to be?
And there was such a kind of a build-up before she came on stage, like all these circus acts, and everyone's like, oh, come on, like just come out. And then she came out and she looked amazing, and her hair looked amazing. Okay, guys, so it's time now to check out some of Britney's biggest fans, a little bit like me, but just a little bit crazier.
I might see Molly on there.
Shut up.
So we're at the end of the show, but we do have time to say Britney Spears should be the world's greatest pop star simply because she's amazing. She looks good, she seems nice, she can sing, she can dance.
She's got the best
She's got it all.
Yeah.
She's got so much more to give.
Yeah, she's the whole package.
Yeah.
Vote for Britney.
Vote for Britney.